can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can
So, you know.
Oh my God. Welcome to the 3 Oak Podcast, where even the artists can be fans. AJ the Menace, and it's just me once again, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not just once again, but it's just me. You know what I'm saying? We have a special guest with us. My man Slade the Supreme is in the building. Yes, everybody breathe. And so this is one of those. It's the random episode, but it's like we had kind of worked towards this. But it's one of the random ones because it's just me and you, so it's easy. This is the one where we can just sit. We can get. Oh yeah, man. We get to just sit. We get to just sit back and chop it up.
Yeah, man. Just a real intimate conversation.
Yeah, because this is the first time. Let me get that mic a little bit closer to you, just so we can make sure we can hear you. Yeah, but this is one that we don't get to. I don't get to do too many of these, so these are the best ones because it's just like. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? We just chopping it up. We just getting to know each other. Yeah. And he was just asking me where I'm from. I'm originally from Philly, been here since 2006. But right. where are you from?
I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. I was born in North Carolina, in Greenville, North Carolina. Okay. And I moved away when I was 1 in Savannah, Georgia. And I came up pretty much there until I was 12 years old. And I moved back to a spot called Kinston, North Carolina, which is my hometown, and my mom's hometown. So
I was gonna say, okay, what side? The mom's.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, it's deep out there.
Oh yeah.
With family.
Oh yeah.
I ain't never been to Kinston. Where is that? Like. Where is it near? Like, what's the next?
Ironically, Kinston is like the basketball capital of the world.
What?
Yeah, we got the most NBA players per capita, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, man.
Who?
So right now we got Brandon Ingram. And there's a whole bunch of other professionals like overseas doing their thing.
Yeah.
Because honestly, in Kinston, North Carolina, there's nothing to do but either kill people or play basketball.
It's like that out there?
Oh yeah, man. It's wild, man. I think we For a lot of consecutive years, we were also in the top 10s for highest murder rates in North Carolina.
So, is it gangbanging, or is it a lot of blood and cripping, or is it like this is just my crew?
A lot of gangbanging.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ironically, as small as the city is, it's like 30,000 people.
Which is small.
But ironically, like it's split down the middle. So there's a street in Kinston. It's called Vernon. Okay. If you're on one side of Vernon, you're down the hill. Quote unquote.
Got you.
If you're on the other side, you're from up the hill, which is Bloods, and the other side is Crips. So
damn.
Yeah.
What side did you grow up on? What side was your mom's family on?
I grew up in the country, man.
I like how you did that.
I stayed out of all that, man.
I like how you did that.
I grew up in a community called Jericho, which is right outside the city line. So I grew up in the country, like for real. And we had to take our trash to the dump. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, country like that. So y'all burn trash in the backyard too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Burn leaves, all type of stuff, man.
Yo, I'm from Philly. Yo, my friends up north, they come down here to come visit me and stuff. They think this is the country.
Oh no.
I'm like, you have no idea what it's really like. Like,
Northerners, man, they always got like this type of thing about the South, man.
Almost. Yeah. And I almost was the same way until I moved here. Then we ended up in certain areas. I was like, I don't know if black people were supposed to be driving around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or you know what I mean? Like, we got them country areas. We got country areas where it's just black people. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it's crazy down here.
It's a small world, man. When you came down, I'm sure you realized that everything ain't country.
Hell no. Not at all. And I hated it when I first got here. But I also got here halfway through high school. Yeah. So that's a little different because, it's like – everybody where I was from up north, like these are my homies from elementary school. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I came down here. You can't walk or ride your bike to your homie's house. Like, right. Depending on where they live, you really can around here. Like, it ain't no bike ride away. It's a car drive away. You know, like so that really stunted my like socialization in high school. But then once I got a car, started college, I can bust it around. Then it's whatever at that point. Then I got used to it and I rock with it now. But yeah, that was definitely like the hardest part when it came to
like uprooting your whole like childhood. Like,
bro, because think about it, like these are people I met from elementary school. So you kind of grew up with, you had that experience, bro, right when we're all entering that age where everybody's really going crazy. And not even going crazy, but we starting at adult shit. You know what I mean? Like, people are starting drugs, having sex, and just partying. You know what I mean? I missed that with the people I came up with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got that with a whole new group of people that I barely knew.
Yeah.
And then it's like everybody's maturing differently. It's crazy, man.
Right.
But low-key, I'm glad I moved, though, because, like, the people where I'm from, like, they just share baby mamas and shit.
Man, that's pretty much everywhere, man. I had to date girls outside of other schools, man, because everybody was just passing around the same 3 girls.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all realize there's other girls that go to the school, right?
And not only other girls, there's a girl that's this one school district away.
Yeah.
That you could probably holler at, and they don't care because it's that allure. Like, everybody want what everybody else got. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of corny.
Hey man, we can get into that, man.
We can get into it now.
That's a word for life, man.
Yeah, that's what everybody want. What everybody got. Yeah,
everybody want to follow, and the trends that you set. And that's crazy, man.
Yeah, especially in every aspect. Women, music. Shit, I don't know. That's where clout chasing came from. That's where clout came from, pretty much.
Honestly, well,
kinda.
Yeah,
attention is the death of everything. Like,
I feel like clout started even in biblical days.
Talk to me.
If you're a religious person, we'll go back to Cain and Abel, man.
Okay.
Oh, let me drop some knowledge.
Yeah. drop something on the head.
Cain and Abel.
Drop something on the head.
Cain was given forth, his how do I say his sacrifices unto God. Abel was given his sacrifices unto God. You know what I'm saying? But God favored Abel's more. Mm-hmm. So Cain killed his brother.
Facts. The fact that God was giving his clout to somebody else.
Oh yeah, man.
But what if there was social media back in Cain and Abel days?
Oh wow.
And you get a cosign from God, bro. God dropped me on the timeline one time.
Hey, he retweeted my tweet.
Yeah.
Hey, you get a retweet?
Hey, how many followers do you think God had? How many people are in the world?
It's probably like 4.
4 trillion or some shit like that?
No, it was like 4 at that time.
Hey, but you know what always used to drive me crazy about, like, the church and religion? Even when I was younger. So, like, I started questioning it more as I became older and more mature.
Yeah.
But, like, Christianity, it was like Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and then all of a sudden, there was people everywhere. And I'm like, when were you going to tell me when did these other people get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I thought we were following 2 stories. Yeah. I thought we had 2 storylines this whole time. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, we jumping into the next chapter, the next book, and we're like, millions of people, Noah's Ark. And I'm like, what is happening? Where did these people come from?
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like over time, and I feel like a lot of the Bible got lost.
Yeah.
We gotta recognize, like, because I follow the Christianity religion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I gotta recognize that the King James version of the Bible is also not the original version. That's
definitely the new version of the Bible.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll try to say you this depiction of a white Jesus, especially when Jerusalem and Bethlehem and all of those things. That's Northern Africa.
Yeah,
Christianity started in Northern Africa. If you want to break down all religions basically stem out of Africa.
Yeah,
but it gives you this depiction of a white Jesus.
All life stemmed out of Africa.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah. Everybody was black at one point in time.
That's a fact. And then your region changed your melanin and tones and things.
So when you look at versions of the Bible like the King James Bible and how they depicted Jesus and all of these things, it's like you got to realize that Bible has been whitewashed.
That's a whole fact.
So take the words.
Because they use it to control people.
Yeah, and you take the words and you take the messages that you need. Live your life as best as you can, man. But ultimately, you gotta go before the judge if you believe this. Yeah. You gotta go before the judge, man. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you your religion is wrong. I can't tell you the way you're living is wrong. All I can do is live the way I feel as though it's right. Yeah. By the messages that I receive.
Yeah, true.
And that's pretty much how I speak about all religion.
Yeah. So you came up in the church then?
Oh yeah.
Because you could definitely hear it in your music.
Oh yeah.
Like without question. And it's funny that we just gracefully just transitioned into it. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, that transition was fire. Yeah. Everybody can't do that, man. Hey.
Y'all don't even know what you just did.
Hey, that transition was fire.
But yeah, bro. So yeah, your music. I met you for the first time. Just I like to give people a little background on how we even became how people even end up at the table, just so they can understand how a DM slide 9 times out of 10 isn't gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
So As Us was doing their first showcase in Fayetteville, and they booked our comedian Big Champagne.
Right.
So we went out there to support, and we
that dude is crazy, man.
Yeah.
That dude is crazy. That dude is wild, man.
Yo, shout out to Big Champagne.
Yeah.
Big Champagne is one of the greatest hosts I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And naturally, bro, like I met him at my job, and it was like he's just like the funny guy anyway. You know what I mean? And then he was like, bro, I'm trying to do content and stuff too. So I was like, well, fuck it, like let's just try you out. You know what I mean? Let's put you in front of the green screen, see what we got. And then we had him host one time, bro. I was like, this nigga is a natural at this. Like, I was like, bro, you on the team now. This is easy. Let's just develop that stand up and, bro, kill it. I'll never forget that As Us show. He said because Kareem had that race car jacket. He was like, Kareem got the race car jacket. He deserves all the pussy tonight.
Yeah. Hey, and Champagne is wild, man.
Yo, that joint had everybody like, oh. Yeah, but yeah.
And then he told Felice, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, it is.
He told Felice. He said,
Felice.
Girl, get back up here. Now I know you got some good pussy by the way you were singing. I said, yo, this nigga is wild. Like my mouth dropped, bro.
And this always shocks me because it's like he says stuff like that, and you're like, could this go left at any moment? It could always go left, but it goes over so well. I feel like because it's so genuine, maybe.
But let me tell you why I prefer his comedy, because it's not the I'm afraid of the Me Too era type of comedy.
That's a fact. It is fearless. It's fearless comedy.
Oh yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, bro, you gotta laugh at that's the point of being a comedian. To
That's
make
a fact.
terrible situations funny. Like you gotta realize, like back in the 90s, comedians were saying nigga. White comedians.
That's a fact. A lot of them were.
You know what I'm saying?
And it would be a joke about how they couldn't say nigga.
Yeah.
But they were using it in the joke.
Yeah.
Now they'll bleep it out, or they'll just be like the N-word, you know? But they were fearless for real back then.
And we live in like a real sensitive time period, and I feel as though like as a creative, it's like it's compromising us. You know, as a creative, you know, because you can't say what you truly feel because somebody's gonna try to cancel you. You know, cancel culture, or somebody's gonna try to start a campaign against you. And ultimately, a lot of times, man, it's really only like a couple people.
It's not the it's the loudest. It's the loudest people, but that's not the majority at all. Like they may influence the majority, but when you think about that small population of people who are really the loudest, like those are not the people showing up to your shows anyway.
No.
Or they're not buying your tickets or buying your merch anyway. So it's like, let them scream all they want, because as long as you got the people.
And I understand some campaigns, but everything.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, I'm not gonna discredit all of them, but there's some of them you be like, come on, now.
Like vegans.
PETA.
Yeah.
You know what my beefing was, PETA? I can't, like, I never lived in like a major city to where like PETA was like on the corner. But bruh, I don't give a fuck about PETA. And the reason I don't is because it's like you really care more about animal lives than human lives.
Yeah. When PETA starts a campaign for Black Americans, that's what I respect.
Exactly. And it's
just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like they really be out here campaigning animal lives like they're more important than human.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind. Like, so you care about that fur, but you don't care about.
And then they'll try to tie it in like, oh, Trayvon Martin just passed, but millions of animals are being killed every day. Well, do y'all care about that?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, are you serious right now, bro? We're talking about pets right now.
Hey, man.
Like, and at the same time, I'm not with the whole poaching thing. Is that what they call them, poachers? People that like hunt exotic animals. Like I'm not. And stuff I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that, but it's just like, come on, bro, relax. Like, especially like they be trying to attack China, bro. That's their culture, bro. Yeah. Let them do their thing over there. They not over here messing with us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you gotta realize like us eating animals and stuff is kind of population control. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Imagine if nobody ate animals and you got wild bulls running all around this joint,
bruh,
killing everybody.
You couldn't have no, bro. My dogs cannot survive outside if we just had like coyotes and shit, like just like running wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
They be snatched up. I'll
your
let them up.
Your dogs was real nice. They ain't even bark when they came up to me. You
they
know,
be chilling.
They came up and just wanted to be petted.
Exactly. You know what I'm
saying? He kept a nice little job.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to scare you. I don't want to alert you.
Yeah, what's popping? Hey, welcome to the house. You know, hey, you must be another interviewee. You know.
Hey man, those are terrible guard dogs. Man.
You know what I gotta be? You know what I have to do? I used to have up there. Do not beware of dog.
Yeah.
And then like a picture of this vicious German Shepherd. Hopefully that does something. But it's crazy. But you know what it is? The tan one is the real nice one.
Yeah.
The black one, the one you got to worry about.
Yeah, she would. That's a girl, right?
It's a boy, Dutch.
Okay, he was kind of laying back a little
exactly.
bit.
Yeah. That's how Dutch is. Dutch will bite you. Like Dutch is the type. He's like, I'll see how I fuck with you in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was kind of laying back a little bit.
Yeah, Dutch is the one you gotta worry about. He real quiet, especially at nighttime. You don't even see him. He up on your head at night. Like, say he's the only one really protecting things. Like De Niro, he's just like, hey, I mean, you gonna pet me, my brother? You know, what are we doing today? You know. But that's just crazy. But this episode even came about because you're on tour, so you passing through the city.
Oh yeah, man.
So how was the show last night?
Oh man.
Where was it at again?
It's this spot called The Door Events and Entertainment Center.
Okay.
But they nicknamed it The Tunnel.
Okay.
It's just really just like a venue for anything.
Gotcha. This is an open venue.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how we structured a lot of the tour.
Okay.
Just finding venues that people wouldn't use for certain things and then using them for that.
Got you. Okay. So who else is on this tour with you? And who organized the whole tour?
I say more so me.
Okay.
Other than any, I mean, it was kind of collective effort, but I put forth most.
You
of
spearheaded it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a dream of mine that I've had for a little bit of time, and I just felt like it was time for us. You know.
Is this your first time doing a tour?
Yes. I've performed all over North Carolina. All over. I've done a couple other states like Georgia.
Okay.
I'm not about to go through all that.
But yeah. You've been outside of North Carolina too. Yeah.
But so just knowing I could go to these places and bring people in. Yeah. It's kind of like, hey, well, why don't I do this for me?
Yeah, facts.
You know.
You getting booked and to somebody else's show.
Yeah,
and people are showing up for you.
And a lot of times I do it for free because, I mean, I don't. This is what I love. Like, this is my passion.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if I was to do this just to make me happy, I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't help that. I mean, it doesn't hurt that I have talent.
Exactly. Yeah. And it doesn't hurt that you're still about your business, even though you do it for free. Yeah. You're still about your business. So you're not just out here just throwing shit out.
And the whole time I was like, this is pretty much like, I say I've been recording and doing shows for about 6 years. So this is like 6 years in the making. So whole time I'm building up fan bases. Okay, I come and do your show for free. But I'm also lead with 50 followers.
Facts.
The As a show, them boys put together an amazing event. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have charged for themselves personally. But me.
And I can understand how it was the first one, so maybe they, because there's some fear when it comes to that. Like,
oh yeah,
charge. You know what I mean? Just that anxiety. Because I remember when I did my first show, and it was like, I was like, we'll just make the tickets $5. You know what I mean? It's just like, because nothing scares you more than an empty venue.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially something that you got your name on. You're like, Lord, please show up. You know.
Yeah. And then, but I mean, they brought an excellent crowd out. They did. And I told them before, I was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you off the jump. I don't know how my crowd in Fayetteville is.
Yeah.
They said, bro, William Price was one that like personally invited me. Okay. He was like, bro, I just want you to come through because I know you gonna rock the place. I said I appreciate you, bro, and I'm humbled that you put that much stock behind me.
Yeah, facts.
You know, so I came down there. I actually brought a couple people out that I didn't know was coming. You know, I was like, oh snap, bro, you went to Winston, didn't you? I went to Winston-Salem State University, so a couple people just like came out. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And I kind of felt good about it. But ultimately, I had a dope show. You know what I'm saying? I had a dope set. Yeah. And people
had the cell phones out.
People gravitated towards me. But I did that show for free. But I also left with 60 followers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see value in other things other than money.
That's a fact.
Because I know if I can make a fan, if I can make a supporter.
Yeah.
You know, the followers is cool, but out of those people, I got a couple supporters.
Yeah.
You know, that people that will come out again.
Yeah, so I don't need it right now. It might come a year from now, but they may kick in monetarily a year from now. Yeah.
So 2 months later, we did a show in Fayetteville, going back to the tour.
Yeah.
We did a show in Fayetteville, and some of those people came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I see the value in more than just money.
Yeah.
You know, at this point in time, you know.
Yeah, you got to see the value in both. There's some opportunities you got to take.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I do this for free just because the opportunity from it is gonna become something better later. And there's some you just like, I need that bag, my G. I'm sorry. Yeah. You need to cut that check.
And you gotta have like good discretion. Like some things, I say this, people are gonna use you.
Yeah, not a question.
Everybody in this world is gonna use you no matter what. That's my philosophy.
That's a fact. But Charlamagne says if you're not in a position to where you could be used, you're useless.
Hey man, I love Charlamagne. Man.
Yeah, me too.
I love Charlamagne. Yeah, him and Joe Budden, man. I love.
Yeah, bro. I love. Yeah, and them together is like the shit.
But my philosophy is no matter what, everybody in this whole entire world is gonna use you. Even the girl that you treat wrong and she feeds you. Mm-hmm. You call her at 4:30 in the morning, she'll come pick you up.
Yeah. Shout out to those.
All you know, your ride or dies. Even she's using you.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to have somebody to love. And a lot of people say, oh, how's she using you if she's doing everything for you? Because she needs you to make herself feel important.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, so everybody in this world is using you. You got to find out. Then you got to have discretion to find out who you're going to let use you.
That's a fact, yeah.
You know,
you cannot let everybody use you.
So when you're looking at shows, you got to say, well, is this smart for me?
Yeah.
And it was smart for me to go to the Azure shows. I drove 2 hours. I live in Winston-Salem. Mm-hmm. I drove 2 hours. I went there. Amazing show. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to curse this podcast. It's an amazing show.
Yeah.
You know, people was rocking with me.
We do curse wide open though, but I'll keep it down for you because people you may want to listen to. Yeah. The people that may listen to.
No, man. Show, man. Do what you. I'll just try. You know what I'm saying? My mama probably gonna watch this.
Okay. Sorry, Mama Dukes. I'm gonna clean it up.
But yeah, man. But just allowing yourself to be used, but only if it benefits you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, man.
That's a fact. So you stay out in Winston-Salem right now. Winston-Salem, is that an HBCU?
Winston-Salem State, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I always get it confused, but I know ANC and all that. UNCG's not.
UNCG, no.
So you just ended up staying there after you finished school? Did you finish school out there?
I went back home for a little bit, man.
Okay.
You probably didn't listen to, in the time that I've known, you probably didn't listen to my other albums. I was in a group.
The one that's out right now.
I was in a group called Dope Music.
Okay.
So I got probably like this is my first solo project.
Okay.
But, Quest Called Life Volume 1.
Yeah, Quest Called Life. Yeah, Quest
Let me
Called
say
Life
it for the
Volume
listeners, man, because they're like, what is this? You know, but
all the records that you performed in Fayetteville when I first met you, is that all of those were off of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my first solo album, but I got probably like 4 projects on Apple Music and Spotify and all your DSPs.
Yeah.
And I got 1 mixtape out. So I probably got in total like 6 projects. But
plenty of history to go back on.
I went home after graduating from college. I started an album. It's called The Dream Theory. That's probably like, out of all the projects I've done, that's probably like the most complete body of work, where it talks about, you know, me going through that post-grad depression.
Oh, yeah. What to do next. Yeah.
I got a song called Kentucky that everybody loves, man. They love that. They gravitate towards it. And it's a sad song, but it's like up-tempo.
Yeah.
And
what's it about?
So
why is it named Kentucky?
I say the first couple of lines.
Okay.
It goes, sorry, mama, lately I've been dealing with depression. It's been weighing on my chest. It was this, it was that. I've been giving it my best. I seen niggas give it less. In my heart, I'm feeling stressed. In my mind, I'm feeling impressed. I said, ooh. Man, I put my heart, my soul, my mind aside this music. But we're not going to get into all that. Go listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Like something you want to listen to.
If you can, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to bump that.
It's extremely upbeat, but that was probably like one of the most depressing times of my life, man. Going through post-grad depression and
and back at home in Kinston at this point, right?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And me like, so college is a scam. I'm gonna just say
Talk to us.
Because
What did you go for?
I went for criminal justice.
Okay.
The program at Winston-Salem is called Justice Studies.
Okay.
But it's criminal justice.
Got you.
So I went there. I did good. I graduated with a 3.775. Was highly upset when I didn't graduate summa cum laude. But
summa cum laude is 4.0?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the top joint. Well, it's like 3.8 and higher.
Got you. Damn. Yeah, that hurts.
That's 3.775.
Yeah.
But hey, man. But ultimately, like,
you got the same piece of paper they got though.
Yeah.
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 Which is the fucked up. That
that goes crazy because I did all that work to try to get the high scores, thinking like, oh, this is gonna get me $100,000 paying job. No. I actually work a job where I don't even have to have a degree. I mean, it pays good. It pays decent, but I didn't have to have a degree to work there.
Why did you do criminal justice then? Did you want to do like police work or detective work or something?
I thought I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
At one point in time, but at that point in time, like when I first went to college, my initial thing was graphic design. Like I'm real good. Like all the graphics that you see from me,
that's all you.
From anything that I pretty much done, the whole dope music joint, I did it.
Okay.
I do. I'm very hands on with pretty much anything I'm involved in.
Yeah.
So like all the graphic design I do, my album covers, I do them all myself. Everything.
That's fine.
So like graphic design was like, cause I'm a creator. At the end of the day, I'm a rapper. I'm a lyricist. I'm an artist. But in totality, like me as a whole, I'm a creative.
Yeah.
If you give me nothing, I'll have something by the time you come back.
Facts. Yeah.
And that's pretty much always the way I've been. I've always had a vivid imagination since I was a kid, man.
Okay.
I used to write books.
Word. Yeah.
As a child, man.
So you were literally just trying to get your creative juices out in any way possible your whole life.
And I did not realize that my whole life. I thought it was just something I like to do.
That people did, or you just like to do.
I drew any paper that you would give me as a child. I drew on it. All my work, all my school work, it has doodles all down the side of it. Damn. All types of stuff, man. Because I mean, I'm a creative, bro.
Yeah.
And I can do the school thing too. I can allow myself to be institutionalized.
Yeah.
For a time period and do all that, but still, like, I'm a creative at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So at one point in time, I wanted to be a lawyer because I thought it would make me a lot of money.
Okay, you were just chasing the money dream.
Wrong reason, man. Pretty much.
What is that? I've never seen this.
Some follow with the light, man. But
it went away.
I thought I wanted to be a lawyer just to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just to ultimately find out, like, none of that stuff made me happy, man. And then, like, I guess around, like, my sophomore year, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of me says that I went to college because I wanted to make my mom proud.
I'm about to say making people happy.
Yeah. And I had three sisters that went ahead of me that dropped out of college. You know what I'm saying? I'm the last one.
So you got that burden on you almost, or that chip almost. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be the son. I'm gonna be one of your babies that go to college and finish and graduate.
And they came back to finish later on. Like we all graduated kind of like around the same time. I think my older sister graduated 2 or 3 years before me. Then my other sister graduated the same year as me.
Yeah.
She actually graduated like a week before me. She's 9 years older than me, but she graduated like a week before me.
Yeah.
And then my graduation. So it was like I want to be the one that go all the way through and finish it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True,
just to give you that chip on your belt, like like you a solid mom. You did a great job raising all of us.
We did exactly what you wanted us to do.
Yeah.
I feel that. See, I'm the different. So you are the only boy out of 3 girls?
Yeah, man.
I got 2 sisters. I know exactly how you feel. But I can't imagine adding another one to the mix.
Yeah, man.
like I never wanted anything when I was growing up. Like it was against me. Like but then as you get older, like it's way different now. Like, we all cool. We all grown now. So but my parents are different. They were both the first to go to college in their entire family generations.
Yeah.
And so they did the college, masters, bachelors, all that.
Right.
So of course their kids are supposed to do the same thing. My sister did that. I was like, hey, look, I don't think the school thing is for me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was a creative stuff that I wanted to do. For my mama, I got the associate's degree.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm gonna get something for you. You know what I'm saying? I got that associate's degree and I kept it hot, but yeah.
And it was when I went to college, it was like a lot weighing on me because I'm the first male in like my whole entire immediate family. This is like cousins, uncles, any of us to go to college.
Oh wow.
So it was like I didn't realize that till like my senior year. I was like, Ma, nobody went to college.
Yeah.
She was like, well, me, I went to college. She went to college,
but that's it though.
She got pregnant with my older sister, and ultimately couldn't finish.
Yeah.
But it's like, dang, like I'm the only male to do this.
That's true. Yeah.
And before we go on, like college was amazing, man. I love college.
You did
to death.
Yeah.
Oh, well, to life.
Yeah.
I love college for real. Like I enjoyed college. I made the most out of my college experience.
Okay.
Honestly,
good.
I don't think I would be in the position that I am with this music without college.
Yeah.
But
especially just off the network.
To anybody contemplating going to college, go to college to get the career that you want. And I say that to anybody: go to college to get the career that you want, and not go to college to make a lot of money.
And then on top of that, because there's plenty of people that go to college to get the career that they want, but they don't know what career they want either, though.
Yeah.
They just think that something's going to be good. I mean, that's the one thing I really wish I had, like the networking and stuff from like,
oh yeah,
especially at HBCU. You know what I mean? We already got there's going to be a certain level of networking that goes on a deeper level, like, because we love our blackness at an HBCU compared to, see, I went to Wake Tech. Like, I'm 17, 18 years old in a classroom with people who are 35 that just got off of work, or they're already in their work uniform about to go to, you know what I mean?
Right.
A couple of us are fresh out of high school. We're trying to treat it community college like it's a 4-year. And then we got some people in my class who already messed up at their 4-year college, flunked out, and their parents is like, you ain't wasting no more of my money. You going to community college. You know what I mean? So that networking is not the same. It's just, I'm not about to trade Twitter with the 40-year-old. You know what I mean?
And I say that's one of the reasons like we were able to pull off like this tour like we did.
Yeah.
All three of my bros, they graduated from, well, all two of my boys are on tour with me. They graduated from college. Brody and Dre went to ECU, which is PWI on the east side. That's how I met them. I did a show at ECU. We came to do like an open mic again.
Yeah.
Crowd loved us.
Yeah.
We gained like 40, 50 followers that night. And at that point in time, I was like, oh, can we take a picture with y'all? Like, never in my life had I even received that type of love. So part of me kind of wished I would have went to a PWI.
Because that happens at PWIs, bro. That happens at PWIs, without question.
But I wouldn't trade my college experience for nothing, man. I wouldn't trade my school for nothing. I loved everybody from the faculty. Like, everything's like a family there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the faculty gravitated towards like, we got multiple opportunities. We opened up one year for Ty Dolla $ign, YG, Little Baby. Another event we did, believe it or not, this is like 2016, bro. The Baby opened for us.
What? Yo.
Yeah, man, the Baby opened for us, bro.
Dang.
And
it's so crazy how like people's lives have just changed just from 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, how it could just, everything could just flip overnight in this music thing.
Even talking a year, like a year ago today, bro, I probably had like 1,800 followers. Now I got like 5,000 followers, bro. And it's humbling for me to know that people like gravitate towards me like that.
Yeah.
And like,
what would you say changed to where you were, or what did you think? Did you implement a plan? Because you've brought up a couple times how you'll go to a show and be able to acquire 30 to 60 followers. Like, I feel like I kind of know because I saw how you do it.
Yeah.
But, kind of explain to us what's your mindset going into each show and acquiring new fans. And
I say, as far as like my personal account, like my other, like we had 2 accounts go. We had one for the group, which I was pushing real hard.
Yeah.
And then we had like 2,000 something followers on that, but I had like 1,800 myself. So collectively, let's say collectively, we had maybe like I had maybe like 3,000 followers as a whole.
Yeah,
maybe between the two, sorting out people that follow both accounts.
Yeah.
So we'll say like 3,000.
Yeah.
So, and we got that just by me going to K975 for like 7 weeks straight and battling on the
They
radio.
still do that?
They did. Like
I remember when they did
2018. Like I was. Yeah. I think I am the next to last retiree from that.
Wow, for real?
Because I came up there and I ripped niggas to shreds.
Who did you demolish? Name some of your victims.
So out of Raleigh, man. So first time I battled Rome Jeter. You know Rome Jeter?
Yeah.
Raleigh. Was it Raleigh Day?
Yeah, he's got Raleigh Day. Yeah, I went to the most recent one.
So the first time we battled, we tied. I felt like I beat Cousin too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Because I remember when he did that, he was posting it. I didn't realize that was you though.
Yeah. And then
damn, that's crazy.
Then
so
he came back the second week, and he was talking big stuff after we talked. Like, hey, all right, how about the winner take the person who wins?
Yeah.
We'll take what's it called? The Raleigh Crab House.
Oh,
Win against Raleigh Crab House on the
Crab
loose.
House. Yeah.
Basically, I'm sorry, I explained that kind of crazy, but
it's all good. Yeah.
Win against Raleigh Crab House on the loose. So
people love to.
He was talking big stuff like he was gonna win, and I was like, all right, man. So I ripped dude the shit. I went heavy on one of the lines I remember, and
this is all off the top, right?
No, it wasn't off the top.
Okay.
Everybody was writing before we came in.
Of course, yeah. Because I'm here for a W.
I can rap off the dome, but it ain't gonna be as nice as my.
I know. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But at the same time, I'm here for that W.
But yeah.
I'm here for that W.
Yeah, because ironically, bro, like the first week I came on, I had a project that I was getting ready to drop.
So this was good promotion for that then.
7 weeks straight. Promotion. The Dream Theory. 7 weeks straight. I got to go on the radio and say, hey, the Dream Theory out now on all major streaming platforms. Wow. Go get that. And damn. I'm not sure exactly how many people this broadcast to, but what the Raleigh's area is like, what, 500,000 people?
Yeah. It's about 500,000 population, yeah.
So, I mean,
100,000 probably people heard it. Because I remember when they were doing those battles, it wasn't like it just was happening one time live. They would run it back, you know what I mean, as like a commercial little bit,
Yeah, and I was part of the commercial bit.
So that definitely got your followers up.
Oh yeah, man. Damn. So that, and then like once we decided to split up as a group, I was left with like 1,800 for me personally, but I took it upon myself to take my destiny in my own hands. Mm-hmm. Ultimately not let be dependent upon anybody. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because at that point in time, like I didn't have any equipment for myself for
everything was collective between y'all.
Everything was so on the music production side, everything was pretty much it was a rapper producer combo. It wasn't like a I rap and you rap. He rapped on some songs, but it was a rapper producer combo. So he was a producer, I was a lyricist. So everything with production and everything, that was pretty much his stuff.
Yeah. Now that you're on your own, you don't have beats to just run. You don't have a.
But the thing is, like, I'm the type of person where if you put me in any environment,
you're gonna make something shake.
I'm a pick things up for you first.
Yeah.
I'm a watch everything you do. Even when you think I'm not paying attention, I watch every little thing that you do.
Yeah.
And then when I get my own,
I'm gonna go ahead and start practicing.
I'm gonna teach myself exactly how to do the things that I need to learn while also implementing
your own style into it.
Yeah.
So now you started doing your own production.
So I needed to know I didn't understand exactly where do you make chops at on samples at first.
Yeah.
And then I sat down and I said, let me watch this dude. I saw, so you just chop it at the bass drop. When the bass comes in, you chop it at the bass. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Well, what's this thing with mixing and engineering and mastering and everything?
Yeah.
So I'm watching, everybody think I might not be paying attention, but I'm watching. You know, so when I get my own, it's like all I got to.
It's hard to get it popping.
I got half the knowledge. Now
I just need to implement it now.
It took me like 3 months to learn everything.
Damn.
Like everything. The whole album that you listen to.
Yeah.
I produced the whole thing.
You gotta be careful with these type of dudes, but they will not be stopped.
I produced the whole thing. I co-produced track 7, which is The Vent Part 3. With my boy. He's a young boy actually from Kinston, North Carolina. Has amazing talent.
Yeah.
This dude is incredible.
Yeah.
I think he plays like 3 different instruments. Probably more. I know he plays the bass, the piano, and the drums. And this dude is crazy.
I mean, if he knows,
that's a whole band.
I'm about to say, if he knows piano and bass, and when you know those strings, I mean, you can pretty much do anything you want at that point. Yeah.
And he co-produced the track 7 joint. So he sent me. Well, I heard it on his Instagram. I said, "Yo, send me that." He took it. I made what I call elevating it. You know, that's all subjective. Yeah. But I elevated it to what I like.
Yeah,
you know,
arranged
it the way I wanted it, and boom, like, yeah. So
what's a typical work week like for you? Because you're doing production and you're a lyricist. You're not just kicking bubblegum raps.
So, I hope nobody from my job watches this. But man, when I'm at work and I'm thinking, if I think of something, I write it down.
Okay.
You know, I work 40 hours a week at my job, but when I think of something, I write it down. I put it down in my phone.
Yeah. Do you do the voice notes of the beats? You know, like something like that?
Time to time. Time to time, I get a little something like that. But ultimately, a lot of people don't know I produced that whole album.
I had a feeling, but I didn't know.
I don't go under my moniker when I produce. I don't really want to be known as a producer. So.
And the only reason I had the feeling is because I don't know. You can just kind of feel it, like. You can just kind of feel when somebody's beat just fits them too well. Yeah. And you're like, he either has one producer or he's doing it himself. You know, that's where I was at in my mind. Oh, yeah, he either got a producer or he's doing this himself.
Like you said, man, like I said, man, it's always, like I've always been a creator. So a lot of this stuff we was doing, like group work, it was like ideas that I had and then we'd expound on them. Yeah. And Jay, which is the other person that was in the group, Jay Trinity, amazing producer, man. Yeah. He's a producer. He's not a beat maker. He's a producer. So he can take his stuff. You take your idea that you had, chop it similar to what you want. You know what I'm saying? And then he elevates.
He can make it a full production. Yeah.
And that's like the similar thing that I do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I could take something and take an idea that I have or whatever and elevate it. You know, into what I want. And a lot of times, like, the thing that I have in my mind, it doesn't necessarily come to fruition, but it's better. Yeah. Because once you actually sit down with it, okay, what can I do with this sample? Like, sometimes, man, I'll be chilling, and all of a sudden, a sample will run across my mind. It's a sound. Yeah. Not even a real sample. Yeah. And I'm singing it out like, what song is that?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What song is that? I've heard this before, and I could have never heard that. Could have not heard that song in like 3-4 years. Yeah. But it runs across my mind for whatever reason that day. Yeah. And it's like, what is that? And then I find it. It's like, oh.
I gotta put you onto this. So Pellerman Jr. is my boy Pat Jr. He does production as well, too.
Yeah, I know Pat Jr. Yeah.
You know Pat Jr. Okay. So Pellerman Jr. is his production that he does with his boy. Mm-hmm. What they specialize in is, because think about those samples that you're using, right? Mm-hmm. You can't technically get them cleared, all of them, all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what they specialize in is making the samples for you to chop. Yeah. So they'll make old school samples, new school, you know, all different sample vibes.
That's groovy.
And sell packs of those.
That's groovy.
So you already got a gang of samples that got that same energy you're looking for, but you can clear them because you already bought them.
Yeah, that's raw.
Fire, right?
That's raw.
Yeah, bro. That's
hard.
Yeah, I gotta send you over their websites, and you might find something in them packs that you could really freak.
I definitely.
Yeah.
Hey man, that was a good advertisement too.
Yeah.
Hey, you slid that joint in?
Hey, pass like my brother. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I've heard of Pat Jr. through my boy since we plugging people.
Yeah, let's plug them. Yeah,
through my boy Miles. His name is Miles. Miles Jordan is what he goes by.
Okay.
And he does this thing called Rooted, where he interviews NC artists. It's not a podcast or anything. He's a videographer guy.
Got you.
He does film, and I think he's at. I don't want to get it wrong. I know he's getting a master's for like film and all that type of stuff.
Okay, so he's really on that film.
He has this thing called By Media where he does Rooted, and he interviews like artists, like video wise, creators from North Carolina that are rooted in North Carolina. So I found out him through that. Found out about Pat Jr. through that.
Bro, send me his page. I want to check that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely will.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, man.
Let me go back to the. So you were on the 7-week run from the radio station 97.5. That's one way you definitely started acquiring more friends and followers or fans. So, but what about when you're in the venue? What's your strategy on getting that conversion rate?
So, I doubt myself a lot.
Okay.
But ultimately, I know I got great music.
Oh yeah.
I know I got wonderful music. I got the best music in the world to me.
I like this confidence. I love that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you hear me rap, like a lot of times you hear me say, "You're not rocking with the world's greatest."
Yeah.
And that's my tagline. It's not necessarily that I honestly think I'm better than anybody in the world. Yeah. But I give myself positive affirmations as I'm the greatest rapper in the world because ultimately that's where I plan to be at. Yeah. You know, I'm gunning for Jay-Z's spot. Yeah. You know, the way people see Jay-Z, I want to be that.
As you should.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you really in it for real.
When he was saying, "Oh, I know there's somebody out there eating cereal better than me, writing raps, trying to gun for me." Ironically, when I was listening to that interview, I think I was playing J. Cole's joint and I was trying to write to it. Yeah. A lot of it, like, I was writing and I heard that and I was eating cereal at the time. I was eating cereal at the time.
Perfect.
Like, I was like, oh, that one was for me.
Oh, you already know.
But ultimately, when I'm in an environment, I know I got the music. I just got to come across correctly. Yeah. So number one is stage presence. Yep. So when you step on the stage, you got to command the audience. You know, and a lot of people don't do that because one, you'll play a song that doesn't gather attention.
That's a fact.
You know, your first song got to hit. Got
to. It's got to come out the gate swinging.
It shouldn't be a hit, but it should hit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It should make everybody pause and be like, what's happening?
Who is this dude?
Yeah.
And honestly, the As a Show, since I dropped my first solo album, that was my first performance. So I did not know how I was
You didn't know exactly how to structure the layout of the tracks either, yeah.
But I knew what I had. I knew the arsenal that I had. Yeah. So I said, let me arrange this like this. Yeah. So I know Take It Away is one of my top songs and Dedication is one of my top songs. I know I wanted to end with Dedication because that song always comes across and it gathers attention because it's a very heartfelt and emotional song. It's for my brother who passed away early 2019. Yeah. And I knew what I wanted to do to commemorate him. Okay. You know, so I wanted to save that one for last. I didn't want to do Take It Away first because I tried that. I did like a little pop up with my homeboy, and I just did the song. Just a special guest appearance because we were building up attention for the show. Yeah. And I didn't want anybody to think I was a gospel rapper coming off top. Yeah. You know, Take It Away is a very spiritual and filled song. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm saying nigga in the song, so I don't understand why niggas would think I'm a.
But some people only listen to the music and they're like, "Oh yeah, he a little gospel rapper."
It was a choir sample, but I'm not a gospel rapper.
Yeah.
So I checked the arsenal. I said, "What's hard? What's kind of trap like?" Cause
the trap gonna get them every time. You know, and look, I'm all about that trap life.
You know what I'm saying? I know.
I gotta have 1 to 2 on every set.
When I told one of my homies I was coming to Philly, he said, "Bro, you got a pistol?" I said, "Nah, bro, I ain't got no pistol." But he was like, "Hey man, just be careful now." So I said, "I gotta have something that got like a grimy feel to it."
Yeah, if that's how they getting down out here.
You know, and it got a hit. That 808 got a hit.
Facts.
So I was like, what can I do? Capital Steez. Mm-hmm. So I started out with Capital Steez, and to all my artists out there, man, engineer your music, bro.
That's a fact. Yeah, you rap about that too.
Get your music engineered, man, because a lot of folks, man, that perform, like, the music is not coming across correctly because it's not engineered and mixed perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, even your beats, even your performance track, you got to get that engineered so it zeroes out. Like, so the DJ never had to turn the knob the whole time.
Because I already had the levels.
All my stuff is zeroed out.
Yeah.
It's not going to peak. So you can raise it up however lot, but it's never going to peak.
Yeah.
And when you get your stuff engineered perfectly, it won't do that.
Yeah.
So I knew, like, once we got the level straight during sound check, it was like, oh, okay. And once I heard the 808s, and he had shout out DJ Eazy-E because he had the subwoofer, and it said boom.
Yeah.
And I felt the ground. I said, oh yeah. I said, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Capital Steez, start off with Capital Steez, and that gets the crowd pumped however hard. And I knew where to cut it at just so I could say a little spot. You know what I'm saying? That I wanted to. So, bam, that worked over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I got your attention.
Yeah. So I said, y'all mind if I praise God real quick?
I remember that. And
hey,
look, and they said, "Go ahead, boy."
Yeah, and front. And so I knew I had their attention. So it's like, now I can let you in to me.
Yeah, and show you who I really am.
Take it away.
Yeah, and that at that point we really feeling you now. Yeah,
and it's important to, you know, people want the crowd to interact, but they don't give them places to interact at. So Take It Away is a song where I can get the crowd to interact. So I say, take it away, take it away, take it away.
Yeah.
And I had them singing like a choir.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's that. And so it's like, okay, I hear the crowd interacting with me.
Yeah.
And before I did Feels Like, I did not know I was going to make everybody electric slide. But I was feeling good.
Yeah.
You know, they gave me the confidence I needed.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, where all my ass niggas at?
Yeah.
And I brought them niggas up. Hey, that nigga Billboy ran, ain't know how to electric slide.
Shout out to Billboy.
But I was like, hey, man, if y'all feeling me, man, rock with me. I had everybody in that joint electric slider, man.
Facts, yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm giving you a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
you making sure when you're on that stage, it's extremely impactful.
Yeah, and I noticed at that point in time, it was like, it's a lot of ladies in here. So it's like, I got a joint for the ladies too. So I dropped the one.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Jerron because he sang all over that thing.
Yeah.
And also I gave him a point where they could interact where I was like, can I be the one? And they say it back to me, can I be the one? A second to none.
Yeah.
Am I what you want?
Yeah.
And they can sing back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like interactive. And then I break it down at the end, you know what I'm saying? And I get into some bars like, you know, I still wonder how we would have worked out. Like if I wasn't set on this goal and we could have worked all the quirks out, some things I can never reverse now. You wonder how I go the whole 9, because looking back, you were the first down. You try to open up your heart to me, but I just made you pull your shirt down. I love like the sun when it goes down. Overnight, it's quick to rise again. I let you go so you can spread your wings. I love till you fly by my side again. And we're forever turning never ever. You tried others, they were never better. Compared to me, they just could never measure. Creating a storm you could never weather. You know, I had to get the whole verse.
You gotta let them know what it is, though.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I give you the bar, so I let you know I do everything.
Yeah.
I'm very versatile with what I do, you know. And then that last joint, and I think that was the first time I ever performed that joint, and I just knew I wanted to make it special for my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, everybody in here got one of these. Everybody in the world has a cell phone. It's impossible for you to not.
It's a fact.
So it's like, you can support me. You know, first up, I jacked up the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, at that moment. And it was like, I was like, yeah, we got to run that back.
Yeah, because you did run it back. Yeah.
And then they felt it even more. Because it's like, they understand, like, hey, this is
real for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This ain't just something he's trying to get us to hold.
And I gave him a second to get that vibe of when the beat actually drops.
Yeah.
Went crazy. But ultimately, at the end, after I performed, I went up to people and I spoke to them. I made myself available.
Yes.
It's one thing to have the talent and the stage presence, But ultimately, you have to be humble and by if I would have acted like, hey, I don't want to talk to nobody, I could have went and stood behind the DJ's booth
and chill for the rest of the night.
But I knew people enjoyed me, so why would I create that separation with myself?
Yeah,
you know, I make myself available while I can, because you know, once it take off of me, it's like I'm not gonna be able to make it. So these are the moments that I enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I let people know like I appreciate you for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I let people know that like this is not just like a crumb under the rug for me.
Yeah.
This is everything that you come here and you rock with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, those are my 3 keys. And I do a little bit of joking beforehand. Like when I step on the stage, like I'll be like, y'all make some noise. You know, people don't know you.
Exactly.
They gonna give you that. I was like, damn, I thought we was in Fayetteville.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought y'all was about it out
I
there.
ain't even gonna give them my secret, but I say something that makes the crowd laugh, and then I say something that has to give excitement. Like last night, I'll give you this one. Last night I said, make some noise if you love God. Who the I know atheism is probably at an all-time high, but
somebody in here love God.
You know, niggas love God, man.
Yeah.
So that's gonna bring it. I ain't gonna tell them my thing that, you know what I'm saying, that gets the crowd jump. But
you gotta pay to come to a show to see that.
You gotta come to the show, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. For the next time. See, you missed it. He was just here. You missed it.
Yeah.
You missed it. I missed it too, but I seen him in favor. I already know what he's talking about right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So we gonna do something too, you know?
Yeah.
But let's see. Damn, what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to kind of go into let me just think about what direction I want to take this. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, man. I mean, I drop some knowledge, man. I got, you know, I like to feel the space. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a lot of podcasts.
That's what I wanted to ask you. You do listen to podcasts. Who you listen to?
I listen to the Joe Budden podcast.
Bray Idiots, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne the Guy.
Yes, that's something I wanted to talk about earlier because you were talking about comedians and when it came to, you know, the fearless comedy and stuff like that. So do you look at like people like Schultz and like that fearless comedy, or are you really tuned into comedy as well?
I'm not like I don't think I've ever watched Schultz like stand up. I know him from God Code, and
I seen him stand up live one time.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
My favorite comedians are Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, okay.
Eddie Griffin.
People sleep on Eddie.
Oh man, Eddie is fire, bro.
He's fire, bro. They don't, but they do.
Eddie is groovy, bro.
And his movies really slap too.
And he's hilarious, bro. He's hilarious.
He is, bro.
He is a funny dude.
Undercover Brother was really underrated.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the first one.
I thought
you were talking about that second joint.
No, that's
bro. I was so mad when he was not in the movie, bro.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even watch the second one. The first one though.
Yeah.
Bro, hot sauce on the watch, nigga. Like,
yeah, that joint was hilarious.
Come on, yo.
That was like one of my favorite movies until like Outer Wild.
I still ain't seen Outer Wild.
That's my favorite movie of all.
For real.
Andre is my favorite rapper.
I was gonna ask. That was another question as well. Everybody has lanes that they pick, and why lyricism? Who were you looking at growing up?
So I say my favorite rappers of all time. So my sisters I say this, my whole family as a whole plays a big part of
your musical influences.
Yeah. So when I was young coming up, I listened to a lot of gospel because my mom was like real strict Christian at first.
You ain't playing that secular music in my house.
Oh man, I remember one time my mom like broke up all my sister's CDs.
Ooh, I've been in that position. I was only allowed to buy rap albums from Walmart because you know they were edited.
Yeah, and then like as she grew a little bit older, I say after my parents divorced, she went through I guess an awakening where she realized she didn't have to be like as
extreme with Christianity, yeah.
And then so she would get her friend to make like mixtapes and like of all like old songs, bro. So like from that point I was like an old soul. I know every Luther Vandross song like by heart.
Okay.
If you play a Luther Vandross song, I guarantee I can sing at least a verse.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then like Whitney, Stylistic Dramatics, Ohio Players, Commodore, everything.
Yeah.
Like she had I would go on to say that she had maybe like 100 of the mixtapes with just random songs like all over them.
Oh, that's fire.
And me and my mom, we traveled a lot together. Like,
okay.
So my sisters are
road trips.
9 and I say my sisters are 9, 17, and 16 years older than me. So all them moved out the house. So me and my mom.
It was just y'all two.
Yeah, for a lot. So when my sister went to college, it was just like us. And we took a lot of road trips to North Carolina because I had a grandfather in North Carolina. Even when I was living in Savannah, like we would take road trips all the time.
Got you.
So
so that was the time to start busting them.
5 hours. 5 hours in the car. All of my old school taste comes directly from my mom.
From those car trips.
Yeah, and then like my sister, the biggest Tupac fan I've ever met in my life.
For real.
Yeah. So I grew up listening to Tupac, Biggie, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, all that type of stuff from her. And then my sister, so when she had an iPod before me, so my mom bought me an iPod like, I think I was in like 3rd grade. Okay. So when I plugged up my iPod to the computer, I didn't know what I was doing. But all of her songs. All her
music onto it. Yep.
And I discovered Kanye. And that was an amazing experience for me.
This is 3rd grade. Whew, wide open at that point. You're like, who is this man?
Yeah. I think Kanye.
How many what albums was out by that point?
I think on it I had Late Registration and College Dropout.
So the first 2 were out at that point.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I was in 3rd grade, that was like 03. Yeah, those 2.
Yeah, okay.
One of those 2, I know for sure, because
I think Graduation didn't come out till 2007.
Yeah, Graduation came out, and that's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
But I say, as far as like all my musical influence, I got. So my favorite artist of all time is Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
Marvin is amazing, bro. That 1970 to 1980 period, Marvin Gaye
ran it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I contemplated trying drugs just to be on his life. That dude is crazy. And it's like he just like, have you seen the video of him recording I Think I Want You?
No.
With the hat on the exact. Yo, you gotta
watch it.
You gotta watch it. This dude is laying on the couch singing angelically, bro.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
He's laying on the couch with a microphone just like this.
Yeah.
He's just ooh, ah, ah. And it sounds and it no auto tune.
Yeah, yeah, this is him. Yeah.
And it sounds and it's like, bro, what is wrong with this man? And he's just singing, bro.
They were built like that back then, though.
Oh my God,
they were built like that.
I feel like people are built that way now, but it's hard cluttered.
Yeah, it's really hard to find them. Yeah, true.
And then going back to the influences, Pac, of course.
Yeah.
Because of Pac, I was never really a big Biggie fan. So
see, I was on that Biggie side.
Hey. All right, I'm extremely West Coast inspired. So
I got a lot of West Coast. See, I missed the Pac wave. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the way people feel about Pac, that's how I feel about Nipsey.
Yeah.
That's like my West Coast Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I was on the Biggie side.
Yeah.
On the East Coast. But yeah, I love.
But yeah.
Never ending battle.
And then. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. So another thing that was on the iPod, by the way, was Lil Jon. Get Crunk album.
Yeah, the Crunk album. Yeah.
So to this day, it's like, who am I? Bohagan BME, representing a heaven sent a nigga who into this. I know that whole verse by heart.
Yeah.
Just based off my sister. But so I grew up in the South. So Andre, Outkast as a whole, but.
Yeah, but I mean,
specifically
you
Andre.
Towards one of them. Yeah,
Andre was the person that made me want to rap in life.
Okay.
When I was listening to "Walk It Out" remix, when dude said,
"Walk it out like Usher."
If you say real talk, I probably won't trust you. Yeah. If you want to go to war, the gun is my pleasure. Even Jesus had 12 disciples on the
or trigger, whatever.
When he said, "I can give a damn about your car, but then I would be." My life stopped. And I said, like, I don't give a damn about this. I don't give a damn about that. It's a common thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when he said, I could give a damn about your car, but then I would be. And I was so confused.
Yeah.
And it's like, at that point in time, it's like I knew I wanted to do that.
You wanted to lead people with lyrics that they had to research almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it's like that's a mind-boggling thing. Like it's nobody research that can make you understand like how incredible that is.
Yeah.
To take something that is said every day and then just totally mind fuck you.
Yeah,
Sorry, mama.
Yeah.
And it just made you stop like, wait. What?
Yeah.
To this day, I still have never understood why that line is so important to me.
That verse, it really fucked the game up. Because remember, that was when he came at the tall tees too.
Yeah.
In that verse, I think. What's the
He said, wow, take that thing 2 sizes down.
Yeah. Make your mama proud. Take that thing 2 sizes down.
Then you finally be the man that you are, or who you could be. I could give it.
Then I would be.
And that's when he said it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that verse really changed. Literally, he got rid of. It's so funny how like a rapper can drop a line and end a clothing and end a trend.
It was Jay-Z too. You know,
but Jay-Z
same time was change clothes.
Yeah, Jay-Z had that. But we talking that was early 2000s.
Yeah,
Walk It Out was like 8 because that was when I was in high school. So I graduated high school 2008. Walk It Out was around the Soulja Boy. That was 6, 7, 8.
It was about 2006, 2007.
Yeah, so I mean, Jay-Z did change us in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
but I feel like Andre put the nail in the coffin on that verse.
Man,
that was the last time we wore the tall tees, I think.
Soulja Boy came out around that same time, so niggas kind of went crazy.
Hey, yo, shout out to Soulja Boy. I really enjoyed Soulja Boy in high school.
Yeah,
because you didn't have a good party if it wasn't a 30-minute Soulja Boy section.
And I grew up in that era, like Soulja Boy, like we knew him as DeAndre Way first.
Yeah,
so
down in Atlanta,
Soulja Boy,
It
was like we knew I knew a Soulja Boy way before Crank That.
Yeah, me too.
I was
on MySpace.
I was on that. Watch that. Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That is the Batman. I'm sorry.
You thinking about that? Ooh, you're talking about
from Pass It to A-Rap to
Bathing Apes.
Yeah, I got me some bathing names.
Donk is top 10.
So
booty shaking songs. It's up there with. Oh yeah. It's literally up there with Juvenile Back That Ass Up without question. What we thinking top 5?
That's a bit of a stretch. Juvenile. You
think so?
Juvenile.
No. Nobody's ever gonna take number 1 spot. Juvenile got that.
They run to the floor in that song. Come on.
I know, but they do the same for that Donk. I just think it's been so long since we heard it in the club, you forgot.
Oh no, man! I went to HBCU, so I heard it everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I went to the HBCU, man. This day,
Donk might be in the top 5 greatest ass shaking songs in the world.
Shout out to the AKAs because they strolled the Donk.
Word.
Yeah.
Shout out to the AK. Did you ever pledge? You didn't? You ain't about that pledge? Like
one more thing, man.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah, and I want to hit him with the.
You know what I'm saying? You probably gonna get in trouble for doing
Come holler at me.
Hey,
I bang Menace material.
But I think like so I've always kind of been alone in number 1.
Yeah.
And then like I saw people doing it for clout. And it's like I'm an anti-clout type.
They were paying for that clout too.
Hey man, we're not gonna have that conversation. I went to HBCU, man. You never give me. But I say personally, man.
I know some good people that are in frats, but
personally,
I know some people. I know a lot of people who's also just paid for that clout.
Yeah, personally, I saw a lot of people doing it for clout.
Yeah,
they would say that like to me, like, hey man, because after that I'm gonna get all the girls. Y'all ain't gonna tell me nothing. Da, da, da. Yeah. It's like. I built that on my own. Like my name is Clout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was top dog on my campus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it came to rapping, like people knew.
They knew who.
Yeah, me. People would come on my campus and look for the rappers, and everybody would direct them.
They would say your name first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, it's like it was kind of like at that point it was like, well, if everybody's that has spoken to me. Now I won't say because some people do it for legacy, some people do it for
it's a generational
whatever
thing
it is. Some people do it to be part of something that's great.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
But I feel as though, you know what I'm saying, I just rather make myself great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You'd rather make your own thing.
And I agree. It makes a lot of people better people.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? And it gives folks connections, but I'd rather go out and build it on my own.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel that. No, I really feel that for real.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
And I mean, shout out to all the frats though.
Shout out to all the frats, because the frats be supporting
us.
us.
I love the sororities though.
Shout out to my deltas.
Yeah, hey.
Shout out to my AKAs.
Hey man.
What's the blue and white?
The Zetas, man.
Shout out to the Zetas.
And the Sigma Gamma Rose.
Yeah, I don't know them, but shout out to y'all too. I'm sure y'all beautiful. I don't know them. I went to community college. I went to community college, bro. Hey, look, man, I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
You about to get in trouble, man. Hey, man, I don't condone this.
These are words of AJ the Menace, okay? Just know he has nothing to do with this.
But hey, man, but
there was no disrespect there.
So transition back into the original conversation.
Let's transition out of here because I just feel like they're gonna be outside the house with the choppers or something.
So Cole, Pop, Andre, J. Cole, by the way, J. Cole, Pop, Andre, and I say lyricism as a whole. I say around 2010, I discovered Big L. So Big L,
that High 97 freestyle.
Oh man, when this dude said, "If I got A's, every cutie in the city got it."
Crazy.
This dude. Hey,
I beat kids with lead pipes.
So when I say like wild stuff, like I got this song called "Car Conversations," where I say, "So it's smear raindrops on the windshield while we in this parking lot." And you talking about everything because you like to talk a lot. Mm-hmm. Your line of thought is like a scatter plot. Your shit spell make me somersault. Vanilla bean mixed with apricot. The only thing I pull out is this parking spot, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? That pull out line is a shocker for people.
Yeah.
So that taught me, like Big L taught me as a whole, like you got to have something that grabs people's attention.
Yeah.
That's kind of outrageous to say.
Mm-hmm.
But
a little blasphemous.
It's going to get people to come in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to shock people and get their attention.
There's good in shock value. You just never want to overdo shock value. That's
Yeah. And that's
tasteful shock value.
And Big L did that like perfectly. Because like, I think he said, did he say, wasn't he the one that said he snuffed Jesus? I know Nas said it too.
Yeah.
But he said he went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
I missed that line. He probably did though.
Yeah, I know Nas said it too, but
he probably was the first to say it. Big L was the first to do a lot of things.
Hey, if Big L did not pass, I feel like he would be where Jay-Z is.
If Big L didn't pass, we wouldn't have a Cassidy. Shout out to Cassidy.
Hey, man.
Stop battling.
Hey, man. And stop making beats. I love Cassidy, man.
I love Cassidy at one point
hustler.
too.
I'm a hustler. Hey, man, I miss
with the dance.
Hey, Cassidy's from Philly, ain't he?
He is.
Oh man, you.
Hey, look, we represent a lot of things in Philly, but we will boo our own hometown too.
That's crazy.
You ain't never been to a Philly game when they're losing. We're booing them.
That's crazy, man.
We gonna call it how we see it. That's just how we get down in Philly. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
What did they say? We have the worst fans in sports.
Hey.
Because if we riding for you, we're riding, we dying, we doing all that for you.
Hey, I love the Eagles though.
We love them, bro. We love them. But if you out here looking crazy, we're gonna tell you you're looking crazy. It'll probably boo you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. That's just. It's just. I feel like that type of energy is needed. You know what I'm saying? Because then you end up, you got people just doing clown shit, and their hometown keeps cheering them on.
Yeah.
And that's just somebody got to
keep it real.
Somebody got to keep it real with you, and we gonna keep it real with you.
And they hate me because I'm that person.
They hate you, that dude.
I'm to keep it real. Like,
yeah.
Like I tell people all the time, it's like, bro, don't ask me my opinion unless you truly want to know.
You really got to know.
And they hate. Like I have a lot of I say distressed friendships because I tell people the truth, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when it's regarding music or something like that. Like, if you ask me, I'll tell you the truth. And then it's like, well, you didn't have to say it like that. You asked me what I thought. You asked me my opinion.
Yeah, you can't get mad at the delivery, especially because you know me. Stop acting like you know me.
And a lot of people get mad at me because I got my own opinions, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I believe a lot of stuff that other people don't believe.
Yeah.
You know, like I believe the Earth is flat, and you can't tell me no different.
You're a flat earther.
Yeah. I won't. I'm not willing to die behind the concept like a lot of them are. But you know what I'm saying? Like I have not seen around Earth, and I know a lot of things don't make sense with having around Earth, and I know everything that's put in the book is not real logic. You know what I'm saying?
You're not the first person with this belief on this podcast.
And you know, I know when I came up in public education system, a lot of things that were in book about Black history.
A lot of that is wrong. Yeah, without question. Yeah. So
why would I believe everything that's put in the book for me to believe? Like you said, control. It's meant to control people.
Facts. That's a fact.
I don't believe a lot of things, man. That was just given to me. If I believe,
are you into conspiracy theories?
To an extent.
Conspiracy theories almost has a negative connotation too.
Yeah,
but you know,
I believe in a lot of things, man.
Do you believe in the Illuminati when it comes to like music industry?
I don't believe that.
Okay. You're like, I'm not doing that.
I don't believe people sell that. I feel like
you read a contract for ultimate fame and fortune, but they sell their souls.
You know what's crazy? Like they only put that on Black people.
You goddamn right. They own it.
It's like so. You mean to tell me like only Black people are joining this?
Yeah, like because if that's the case, then how come they not as big as if they did sign that deal? How come they're still not selling as much as Taylor Swift?
But check me out. So I feel like the Illuminati was created. Well, I know there are things like the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Not to that extent where you sell your soul to the devil, blah, blah, blah.
But there's definitely higher powers that are controlling
legions of power that control a lot of things. But I feel as though the Illuminati, the concept that's widely spread, is something that was created by people to make an excuse for where they not are, where they're not in life. You know, because it's easier for somebody to believe that, oh, you got to sell your soul to get all that, instead of just believing that somebody just worked hard.
Yeah.
And put in the work and put in the effort.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to make excuses for their lives.
That's a fact.
To where they're not where they want to be. And they want to blame something.
Some people really get mad about that too. Like they be like, "Well, you know what he did though." You're like, "Bro, he worked extremely. He never stopped working."
Hey man, I let people believe what they want to believe because I don't want anybody challenging on my opinion unless it's based on fact either.
Yeah, true.
So you know, if you can't prove me wrong,
don't even try to challenge me.
You tell me your opinion, I tell you my opinion.
Hey, we'll call it.
Don't try to change my opinion. Just you know what I'm saying? If you can't prove me wrong based on factual information,
then we can't.
Like
we're not going back and forth then.
Like sometimes I have arguments with my homeboys about the flat Earth thing. It's like, bro, so you believe that we on the big circular ball, and no matter where you are, you standing upright, and yada 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 yada, and it's like you believe satellites are floating around the circular Earth when there's all types of things. You believe we went to the moon and haven't discovered the bottom of the ocean. All this stuff. We can go light years away.
I do believe that.
But we can't go to
the pressure. But the pressure at the bottom of the ocean is out of control.
That's what they tell you.
What? Have you been deep diving before? But that shit hurts.
Yeah.
Your ears be on 10 and we only doing 11, 12 feet.
But check it out.
Imagine thousands of feet.
Check it out though. We can go light years away to other planets.
Hold up. I ain't never heard about us going to other planets. I'll be real with you.
Went to Mars.
Well, yeah, Mars. Yeah. That ain't light years away, though, is it? What is a light year?
I don't know.
I don't know what a light year is either. But when you say light years, I think Justice League and we're talking space travel for real.
But you can go millions of miles away. Let's say millions of miles, or thousands and millions of miles away into an atmosphere that
is unknown.
You know what I'm saying?
I do believe that.
I mean, hey, it's up to you to believe. But I don't believe that just because it's in the book, bro. Honestly.
What do you think? So you don't think, God, bro, the ocean is serious, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't even discovered. There's spots on this earth that have land.
I know that.
That we have not discovered.
We can
discover. We can ride around a whole other planet. And we haven't discovered.
Hold up, but I don't think. I think you're giving us too much credit for the space thing. We have landed on the space, but I don't think we've had people just
not people,
trips,
but
trips around Mars, and they ain't out there just lollygagging like
they've had.
Hey, we out here on Mars. I think we dropped some. I think we dropped some robotic cars out there. We take some dirt samples.
So why can't you send a robotic car to the bottom of the ocean?
I think the pressure is so intense, it would literally crush the car. We got subs that can't go down there yet.
So we got all this stuff that can go in spaces that don't have gravity.
Because space is easier to control. Because space ain't pressure.
That's what they tell you.
You're right, though. You're right. That's what they told me.
That's what they tell you.
That's what they told me. I just really believed it.
And then they tell you, oh, there's a layer keeping all the air and all the clouds inside of this earth.
The atmosphere.
But you can burst out of this layer with a rocket. And there's no holes in the layer that's expanding this out. Come on, man.
Hold on. Bring that back one more time.
So there's a layer.
There's a atmosphere keeping all of our oxygen and everything inside.
Okay, but it keeps oxygen inside. Oxygen gets everywhere.
That's a fact.
It keeps oxygen inside.
That's a fact. But we could drive through it though.
Hey man, that was just...
The way you just put it, make me over here like.
It's just a lot of things don't add up to me, and I'm not willing to die behind concepts like that.
I feel you. Yeah. I'm not about to die about it. I could joke about it, but I'm not about to be. I'm not going to the town hall to talk about it.
And like I said, I'm not necessarily a quote unquote flat Earth. I just don't believe everything that.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I was about to ask one more question about the flat Earth thing. You were saying the upright thing. So do you think we're all on like a tray, and it's just we're on one side? I think we're just on one side of that tray.
So you know how the map is, where it's gathered out in the oval. It's like
you talking about when they like break the oval and they spread it flat.
Yeah.
I
think that's honestly how the Earth is.
Got you. Okay.
I don't feel like it's a big ball that we're sitting on. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's ever seen a curve. And the only pictures that we got, the pictures that NASA puts out, they have come out and said, "Hey, these are photoshopped images."
NASA has?
Yes. Every image of the Earth that you've ever seen has been photoshopped.
God, I don't even want to do research on shit like that.
But hey, man.
God.
Get some good ass water, man.
Shout out to Britta.
But hey, man. I mean, but I'm not, like I said, man. It's just like I don't buy everything that's been given to me based on the history.
You're gonna have
of
questions.
The world. And there's countries that believe like, hey, we've been to space too, and the Earth is flat. We've done our research too, and the Earth is flat. Not they've been to space, but we've done our research too. Yeah. You know, like this whole countries, like not third world countries or anything like that. Like first world countries believe that too, bro.
Yo, with your like demeanor, I can picture you like going back and forth with somebody and making them so mad.
Oh, hey man,
I can just see it now. Like, especially like that one friend you can get up underneath their skin. You're just like, yeah, bro. I mean, you explain that to me. Like, I know they'll be so tight.
It's like it's a lot of things that just don't add up.
Yeah,
and it's
you
like,
right.
I don't just buy into things.
Bro. Yeah, true.
You know.
I got one more question before we get out of here. So you were saying how you don't. Did you? I feel like you said it. You don't do any drugs, alcohol, nothing like that.
No, I don't do.
Never have.
Never in my life.
Not once.
I've drank like
You've taken a sip of a beer or some liquor or something like that before.
Yeah, like I'd take a shot if
celebratory
I'm peer
reason.
pressing into it.
Got you. Okay. So why?
But I just never got into it, man. It's like so I've seen what drugs has done to people.
Okay.
Even
people
something
close to you.
as simple as weed. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people, oh, I gotta smoke before I eat, bro. I can't eat.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I gotta smoke before I do.
Has.
I gotta smoke before I have sex, or I can't have sex, man, because it ain't gonna be as enjoyable. It's like
I don't know. What
I understand you say it's not. You're not addicted to it, and you might be able to quit tomorrow.
Yeah,
but it has a hold on you.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
And that type of thing can control you. It's like I can't allow anything in my life to control me more than me.
Yeah.
You know, I have my own beliefs. You know, I believe God is in control of everything. But you know, like as far as the free will that He's granted me, I'm not
gonna willingly do something that I lose control over.
I can't surrender that to something else. You know what I'm saying? And I have a very addictive personality. When I like something, I
divulge into it for real.
Yeah. So it's like knowing that about myself, It's like that's a option that I decided to take.
Are you in like a relationship right now?
I am.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, does she say you're controlling?
Does she say I'm controlling?
Have you been called a control freak before?
I have been called a control freak, but it's honestly a lot of that stuff be based off of jealousy. Because a lot of times people think that you're trying to control something because you have it in control.
You're like, I already got control.
No.
What you
mean? let me explain it. So
break it down.
Just when you have things in order.
Gotcha.
A lot of people think that, you're a control.
I see what you're saying. Just because I got my life on the right track and I know what I'm doing every day, you think I'm a control freak.
And I don't try to control anybody.
Yeah.
But if somebody tries to get me to do something and I don't do it, because I make decisions for myself. Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna step out of that. Mm-hmm. They'll say, "Oh, you're just mad because it's not your idea, this, that, and the third." No, I just don't want to divulge in it. Yeah. So honestly, it's you trying to control me.
Yeah. All reverse psychology.
No. And it's not reverse psychology. It's I make decisions for myself. Like, bro, I'm very strong. I'm a strong-minded person anyway. Yeah. Opinionated. Like, if I have my opinions about something, I keep that until you can prove me wrong with fact. You can't prove me wrong with your opinion.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's like, there's been multiple situations like, I don't think that's the best option.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to involve myself with that.
Yeah.
And people will say, hey, well, you just mad because it's not your idea, because if you have a good idea that pleases me, I'm going to assist in that idea.
Yeah.
You know, but ultimately I make the decisions for my life.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I don't try to get anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. If somebody doesn't want to be involved with me or anything that I got going on, I prefer them to leave me alone.
Yeah, facts.
So I wouldn't try to control you.
Yeah. But just you do your thing, because I'm going to do this.
I'm going to do what I think is best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, my girlfriend, as far as her seeing me as a control freak, I don't think she would say I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
But I think she would say that I'm strong-minded.
Yeah, you have order.
And I can't be moved if I'm not going to make the decision for me. Yeah. Nobody else can.
True. Okay.
And honestly, bro, that's how I was raised. That's how my mama is.
Yeah, and that's how she taught you. But yeah.
Like, me and my mama have very similar personalities, man. Like, as far as, like, we gonna get things done out of any situation. Yeah. I watched my mama do that all my life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't involved other than child support like that. So it's like, I watched my mom make situations out of nothing. Yeah. Like, my mom will starve to make sure that her kids eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get things done. We gonna do it our way.
Yeah, by any means necessary.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we gonna do what we think is best.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And this is how I am, man.
This is how I see no problem with it. Hey. These are the people that make it. It's to be extremely successful. So,
hey, man. A lot of people gonna hate. I know you tried to. A lot of people gonna hate it, man, but eventually you idolize it.
Yeah. A lot of people gonna hate it, but eventually you gonna idolize it. God damn it!
Man.
That I needed that last little bit before we ended this.
Hey, man.
But let everybody know where they can find you so that they can keep up. Yeah.
So you can follow me at Slade the Supreme, SLADETHESUPREME. Everywhere. If you Google me, Slade the Supreme, I'll come up. Anywhere, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
And go get A Quest God Life Volume 1.
Fact, get that.
Streaming everywhere right now.
Yeah, get that. It's fire. I want to introduce you to one of my homies too.
Okay.
Kelsey, Carolina 10.
Okay.
And fire, bro. Carolina 10.
The Tennessee joint.
Yep. Yes, I want to. You never met her, right? You need to meet her.
Okay.
She's the shit. But yeah, this is the Three Oak Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the like button. I always say this at the end of every podcast because I forgot to tell you at the beginning. Please hit the like button for us and drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? I gotta remember to start saying that at the beginning because YouTube, we're going crazy on YouTube this year. We're trying to get those numbers up. So But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. This worked out perfectly last minute, and
no doubt, brother.
We'll do this again, I'm sure.
I appreciate you, man.
And peace.
You just watched we could start over if you'd like.
Hey!
You just watched the Three Oak podcast instead of listening to it.
You just watched the Three Oak podcast. Okay.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Three Oak podcast.
If you enjoyed what you just watched, hit the subscribe button right there or right there. Matter of fact, Shane.
Yeah.
I need you to do something for me.
Sure. Yo. Look. My dick is so big, you don't even know. You want to see it? Well, fuck it, I'll show.
Subscribe to the YouTube. We need you. Subscribe.